There are two sisters that are always playing together and they are sweet with each other. But no one takes care of them because their parents are already gone. They are orphans. The elder sister can hear and the younger one is deaf. It's hard for them to communicate and they are always fighting. The title is Ate. And this is how you sign it, sister or ate. So we have two deaf performers who will be signing and they will be the sisters. This is to show the audience how sign language is incorporated with the dance or what is an example of a deaf experience, like what they encounter difficulties in communication with their family or relatives. It's really a hindrance and they're not free to sign and it makes them sad. Some would accept a deaf person, but some would really not. We are trying to show through the dancers and through our performance how people would be more aware about sign language and the freedom to use it. It could provide more access to education and help other people, especially other deaf people, also those persons with disabilities or those hearing people, that there is an opportunity for us to be included and be more aware. It can also be an educational material about deaf life. The two dancers really had a hard time, but I would really love to teach them contemporary movements, and it was really hard for them at the start. I do love contemporary dances. I learned a lot from the hearing. Some are foreign performances, they have their own style. And I really appreciate that the deaf was included and have this opportunity.
So for this choreography, I work with two deaf dancers. And it was their first time to do something like this. I had to encourage them to dance. They did not know what contemporary dance was. So I had to show them a video to show them what contemporary dance is. And it showed the uniqueness of the body movement. It was different from other genres like jazz, like hip hop and others. I encouraged them through training and eventually they wanted to join and perform in this project. So we had a mentor from Iloilo, Miss Maria Elena Lanoig Alvarez. This is her sign name. And she came here to Manila and we were very happy and excited to meet her. She tried to communicate with us. It was difficult at first, so one of my colleagues, Ms. Zernice May, decided to interpret for us. So she gave us some tips and some feedback on what are the things that we need to change, what are the things that we needed to improve. She explained those things. So she also asked us how some movement, what are the meaning of some movement. Like for example, why was the sister, the ate, trying to hide the hands of the younger deaf sister? And we had to explain that because the ate did not want the younger deaf sister to sign. So she said that it was very important for the gestures to be clear. So she gave us some suggestions on areas to improve, especially in body movement. She analyzed our steps, our movement, our choreography, and she said that it's important for the body movement to be related and closely aligned to the story so that the audience, hearing and deaf, would be able to understand it. It's not just about signing or gestures, it's marrying all those concepts. And the audience need to be able to understand it. So we incorporated sign also in our performance, and I appreciated her advice in giving us feedback. When we completed the video of the performance, we sent it to her, she watched it, and she suggested more areas for improvement on how we can strengthen the performance. And we tried to incorporate all her performance, and it was not easy because the two deaf dancers were also students and there were conflict in their schedules. They also had to undergo strengthening of their body through exercise, through training. But at the end of the day, our goal was to show people, to show the audience that the deaf can. And Miss Elena and Miss Denisa Reyes, gave feedback and showed us what the things that we need to improve on. They said that we need to improve on the gestures, especially in communicating what we wanted to show. We had to change some things, we had to tweak some things, and we had to ensure that the body movement also aligns with the music. So we had to analyze all those elements and make sure that they come together seamlessly. We tried our best and we made mistakes, but our goal was to also learn from this experience. It's not just about being creative, but it's about learning and improving as a person, learning and improving as a choreographer. So Miss Denisa and Miss Elena both explained and both gave us feedback on their styles of working. And it's a realization for me. It's something that I've learned and helped me improve as a person, because I've been used to doing things, and with them giving me feedback and explaining the processes, the principles of their style to me, helped me improve as a choreographer. So I appreciated working with the two of them, Miss Elena and Miss Denisa.
Now, as I have observed hearing people, they are very skilled and they have their own style and body movement. They're very creative, and it's a clear environment that is really beautiful and has a lot of techniques. Looking back, a lot has already changed and everything is already modern. The movements are called contemporary, and now they have added the deaf, and it's included in this program. So it's not really just a dance, but it's a combination of body movements, of signs and gestures. It is more expressive. And what I have learned from my observations is that I think I need to add gestures and hand movement. That's my idea when I was thinking of the project Ate. So I taught my dancers, for example, in the deaf community, they know how to spell the ABC, but it should be different when it's performed. For example, when the way that they are sleeping, we incorporated the action and then the finger spelling. Or like when you're signing mother and father conversationally, this is how it is signed with a performance, and it has a stronger impact. Not really just like a soft movement, but like this. So if it's soft, there won't be much impact as compared to this one. So the hands are moved artistically, and also the finger spelling, the ABC, it should be expressed artistically as well. So for the deaf community, this is how you sign hurt, but that's the natural way of signing hurt. But if it's a performance, it could be changed into this. it brings out more meaning, that if the two sisters are fighting, it's really a heavy feeling that you have in your heart. So this is another way of signing that you are hurting. So that's why when you are doing this movement, even the hearing people would understand that the character is in pain. So it is more expressive, using hand, body movement, and understandable gestures. So for the deaf, like this, signing deaf is like this. There's a normal way of signing deaf, but this one is an artistic way of signing deaf. So it is showing people how it is signed. And the movement should match the music. So it also shows us our reality and our identity as a deaf person. So, and we are proud to be deaf. So additional movements, creativity in how you express, and also situational experiences. So we deaf people have different experiences, and it can be incorporated in dance performances. I remember looking back, my mother and sisters and other friends, when I was still a child, they were calling me. Like if they wanted to ask if I was sick, I cannot understand what they're voicing out. They were just holding my hand and doing this movement and then saying something, and I still did not get it. It was not clear to me because I could not hear the sound coming out of their mouths. And then now I realize in Ate, that is a deaf experience that I would like to include in our performance. That's what the characters experienced. Miscommunication, and during the performance, for example, like the parents, if they are voicing out something, but the deaf cannot do the voice, so they are showing gestures for them, for the deaf people to be understood. So communication is very important, gestures, and incorporating it to music and contemporary movements. Everything should go well with each other. Hands artistically moved, and for the deaf community, of course, they know the signs, but how about how those signs are included in a performance? And not all people know the signs, so this is how you artistically say it, so the deaf and hearing would understand that, okay, using the hands, that's going to mean that you are signing or expressing something using your hand. Another experience would be like a mother walking with a deaf daughter, and when the daughter is signing and using her hands to express, the mother would feel ashamed and would stop the child from signing. So that kind of experience was also included in the performance of Ate. But whether you're hearing or deaf, you have your own way and style of communication, and it's all beautiful. And it is like a very important gift that we are given talents and skills from God. So whether you're deaf or hearing performance, we're all in this together. Importantly, we have the same spirit. And Wi-Fi Buddy as a platform leads us to be more creative and be more inclusive, more educational. I'm very happy to be included in this project and given this opportunity. There were not opportunities before, but now the deaf is able to interact with this platform. It's a very wonderful and beautiful experience, and I really appreciate how it relates to my love for the arts.